All right, welcome to the Church Dropout. It's not on the screen. There it is. There you are. I see you. Now,
Who?
the people.
Oh.
Welcome to the Church Dropout podcast. My name is Alan. I'm the host. I am joined by...
Lisa.
What you laughing at, girl?
You.
They wasn't on the screen. I don't know. I couldn't see myself, so...
Who wasn't on the screen, though? Why do you keep saying they?
The people.
But then you said you couldn't see yourself.
You understand why after we look at this next video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what people I be talking about. Church Dropout is a podcast. We talk about issues, topics, and teachings related to faith, life, and culture in ways that are sometimes funny, sometimes serious, but always insightful. If you have not already, please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast. Comment below. Keep the conversation moving forward. We'd highly appreciate it. So we're going to look at a video of Saweetie. Saweetie. I think
It's not Saweetie?
It's S-A-W.
Yeah, Saweetie.
Yeah, but you know, I think it's just meant to be sweetie, but
No, I think it's Saweetie.
It's what?
Saweetie.
I think it's just meant to be like sweetie, but just another way of spelling it.
No.
So it's Saweetie?
It's Saweetie.
Saweetie.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I don't know who it is.
She's a singer.
Okay, but I'm looking at
or a rapper.
The spelling.
You know what would be a good reference for you is there's a song that's on the Space Jam, the new Space Jam soundtrack, with Salt and Pepper. The one that Eli always sings.
Yes. Yeah.
She's a rapper.
Okay.
So anyway, so she was on Big Boy's Neighborhood, and she was just talking about a ton of things, and she talks about, you know, I guess her experience with the supernatural world. Okay, and that she, you know, goes through some things when she sleeps, and she feels like they're, you know, paranormal and, you know, supernatural things that happen when she sleeps. And anyway, I just, you know, thought it was interesting to maybe dialogue a little bit about. And so we'll take a look at the video and hold on 1 second. Let me cue it. All right, here we go.
Ever since I was a little girl, I've had paranormal experiences. Like the apartment I grew up in had a lot of paranormal activity. When I go to sleep at night, if I'm not sleeping next to somebody, I have to play gospel music.
To this day?
To this day.
Wow.
Or I'll get attacked. Like in my dream.
Right.
Like, you know when you can't wake up?
Yeah.
And you feel like somebody's sitting on top of you?
Yeah.
It's crazy when you're dealing with two different worlds at one time. Because not everybody knows what it feels like to have a paranormal experience. Gospel music is my protection.
I heard.
All right. So that was the clip.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and start.
So she says she's being attacked. Okay. So first question is, by who? Okay.
Right.
Second question is, I noticed she says it's only happening only when she's either sleeping with someone. That is the word
Somebody's
she used.
next.
She didn't say sleeping with someone?
I don't know, but I know she was. Well, okay, yeah. I think she said yeah. I think she did say sleeping with someone. I thought she said someone next to me or something.
I think she said she said either when I'm sleeping with someone or I'm listening to gospel music. Okay. Whatever's attacking her, why is it only when she's sleeping with someone?
I don't know.
I mean, why is it not when she's sleeping with someone?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why does it only happen when she's alone?
Right. Then, you know I work in the medical field.
Yeah.
Okay. So did it not ring to her when he said, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, you're not the only one. That's a part of the sleep. It's a certain, it's called REM. Not
REM sleep.
Yeah, not, you know. So I feel like, you know, people just they always have to feel special. Nobody knows what it's like to be in two worlds. Well, who said you was in two worlds? You know what I mean? But everybody wants to be special. Like, I'm the chosen one, that, I know the two worlds, and no one knows that. No one knows about the paranormal.
Yeah, it's always been this way since I've been a kid. I've always existed in these spiritual
you know
space.
what I mean? So I don't know. It's just, sometimes I think we try too hard to be special, to be, the one, you know what I mean? And
yeah, that's funny.
But but the fact that she didn't even get it when he's like, yeah, I know it. Or she even said, like, how like when it feels
he said
like somebody
sleep paralysis.
Yeah, when you know how it feels like when someone's sleeping when someone's on your chest.
It's like they're walking on your chest.
Sitting on your chest. You know what I mean? And it's like, if he knows it, then obviously more than one person. You're not the only one that happens to.
Yeah, she has
what I mean?
Yeah, personalized experience,
right.
And she may not understand, but yeah, I definitely get.
Yeah. And secondly, or fourthly, if she feels like it doesn't bother her when she's listening to gospel music, does she ever think maybe she need Jesus?
Saweetie?
So,
Yeah. No, I honestly.
That's my take on that.
Yeah. That was a lot of takes. Like 5 or 6 takes up in there. Why it only happen when nobody's sleeping with you?
Right.
Why it's only by yourself? Yeah,
right.
no.
Yeah.
I think it's super interesting. I mean, one, obviously, let me say that there is a spiritual world. Okay, we know that. At least as Christians, we acknowledge that there is another dimension, right? The scripture's clear. We fight not against, flesh and blood, but against, spirits and principalities. We know that there is another realm out there that's at work. You know what I mean? It's just interesting how people contribute, how people attribute everything to, you know what I mean? Like this super hyper spiritual experience, kind of like what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what people. I think in part it's what the world always says. Like, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious.
Right.
It's kind of like hers trying to say, like, I have this connection with God. That's my own connection with God, and I've always been this way, right? Yeah. And so it's, in a sense, I think it's just to justify, her life. I have a special relationship with God that nobody can enter into, and this has always been this way, right?
Yeah.
And so, I think it's interesting. Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis like that? Yeah,
numerous times.
Me too.
Numerous times.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. When I was younger, when it happened to me, I thought it was the devil.
Well,
I didn't know any better.
My mama used to say, she said, when that happens, to say Jesus, and every single time that happened to me, I would say Jesus. I'm not really not, because it is scary. Like, it's scary. It's very scary.
But boy, I had it one time. Boy, I woke up straight. Like when you finally let go, you be like, whoa, you be doing all kind of stuff.
Yes.
I woke up straight, like kicking, like,
yes.
And I was out of it. I was like, let's shoot. I grabbed any Bible I had, New World Translation,
oh my gosh,
Book of Mormon.
Why did you say boo?
Because you can't scream.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
but
it just comes out. Yeah. So I didn't know no better. I didn't know any better. You know what I mean? But I certainly understand how it could feel that way. And let me even say this. I'm not even saying that people aren't. We're going to end this broadcast. And that's how people do too. They always be talking about something spiritual.
You guys didn't notice, the light went out.
Yeah, my light went out. And then my other lights just, something happening up in here today.
Alan, you're not going to turn it on?
I don't know why it went out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a bummer. But anyway, I'm not even saying that she or anybody else is not experiencing any supernatural experiences, right? You know what I mean? Like, she very well could be under, some type of demonic oppression or attack. You know what I mean? But it's interesting, the way to deal with it is to play music, or to play gospel music. But again, that's putting power in something, not in the person of Jesus. You know what I mean? But I will say this. This is what's interesting, and then we'll close here. This is what's interesting about this. So when she's going through this spiritual attack that she feels is a spiritual attack, the only way to be relieved of it is to play gospel music. Okay. So the spiritual attack ends or is influenced by the gospel music, and it ends. What does that say about the music that you do?
Because she didn't say, once I put my music on.
Well, yeah, she didn't say that, but but think about this also, though. If gospel music, you say gospel music has an effect on a person.
Right.
Then wouldn't the music that you do have an effect on a person?
Well, that's good.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that cause you concern that the music that you're singing is leading people in another direction? It's influencing people the same way. What spirit is on that music, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like what's influencing? How is your music and what is your music influencing other people to do or to behave? Or you understand what I'm saying? So it's interesting, because I'm sure she would not say or would not feel that her music is offensive in any type of way in terms of influencing people. She'd probably say it's only music. But yet again, when you're going through this spiritual experience, you play gospel music and that soothes and influences and has a way. And logically, the same thing that you do with the other music would have a negative experience on you or other people as well. You know what I mean? It's just interesting. But, all in all, like, there is demonic presence. I feel like there is demonic presence related to music and related to media to a large degree. I think because it's so influential, you know what I mean? And it's used improperly. And I wouldn't doubt it if individuals are under spiritual attack. You know what I mean? And I think this is a serious thing. Now, maybe what she's experiencing is not a direct spiritual attack, but this would be a great opportunity to help her to understand that may not be a spiritual attack.
Right.
But let me tell you what is.
Right.
And let me tell you what you need to do about that.
Right.
That, you know what I mean? The music can't save you. Let me give you someone. Let me help you to understand who can save you.
Yeah.
And not only save you from that moment.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? But to give you life eternally.
Yeah.
To where you don't thirst anymore. You don't need to call on any other name. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting. I know a ton of people who attribute that to demonic oppression, but the reality is that it does exist. And if gospel music soothes that, then the music you do probably influences people going the other direction. Right. You should probably think that through as well.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
But all right, thank you for tuning into the Church Dropout podcast. I am going to check this light and figure out what happened, because it should not have went off, but maybe, just maybe. It's the Lord. Please leave a comment below, like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen to this podcast at. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. God bless.
Thank you.